Morning everyone, it is mid-January. You're joining us about 6:15 in the morning, and we're just literally about to head out and try and catch up with some fallow. You will probably remember from one of our recent videos where we ended up shooting a muntjac that we were in a grass field with some woodland on the right hand side, and we're kind of stalking down the edge of that woodland edge, came across some fallow, but sadly they were coming up a hill to our sort of left hand side and a bit towards us, and couldn't get a safe shot, so ended up getting a muntjac buck instead. I don't like to be defeated, so we're going to head back to the same place, see if we can catch up those fallow. This time I'm taking the lucky Merkel K3 kit plough rifle, so we're going to see how we get on with that. It's currently -2 outside, so fingers crossed we don't catch hypothermia. Let's see what we see. Joining us partway through the stalk, we'd crept down into the bottom of the valley in this grass field, where there are about 3 or 4 fallow sheltered in the woodland. They hadn't quite made it out onto the field yet. Luckily enough, we could get some clear sight lines through the woodland at them. There was one that was probably only sort of between 25 and 50 metres away, so lined up for a headshot. That noise you can hear is the dog getting a little bit excited at the sound of the shot. It was quite keen for her to stay still because the noise of the first shot actually spooked some more fallow, and they ran into a more shootable position, so we managed to line up for a chest shot on another one. A nice solid strike from the 150 grain fox bullets. The rest of the fallow all disappeared further up into that wood off to our right hand side. We will see them again later, and so that was us off into the wood to try and retrieve these two.
Good girl. Good. What a result. It is currently -0.5. It has only just gone 7:30 in the morning and it's still pretty dark, so I'm going to start work on getting these two that we just shot out, and I'll give you a little rundown of what happened. Perhaps when the light's a bit better and you can see a bit more. Catch you in a bit. So I've got 3 apologies for you. The first one is I'm slightly out of breath, looking a bit dishevelled, because I've been dragging these fallow up this hill out of the bottom of that wood. So some of you might recognise this this field from the last film, or one of the last films we put out, where we were after some fallow that were kind of up on the crest of this hill, and we ended up shooting a muntjac in the wood instead. So this morning I thought I'd come back for the fallow. It's about a week or so later, and I came a different route, so came that side of the field down and round, and actually all the fallow was still in the woods. They hadn't made it out into the field yet. Managed to get 2 in the woods, which we got on film. And then I kind of packed up and I was dragging these lot out, and the group that had been in the wood and I'd shot at, I thought had buggered off. They sort of had. They'd come further up, literally behind me in the wood, and then they decided to come out and enjoy some of the sunshine on the field that I was dragging these deer up into. So really quickly managed to grab the rifle, get it up on the sticks, and had another one at 200 metres. So we've got another one just over there against the, well, that's where I've dragged it to, against the fence line there, so I could find it nice and easy. And I think there's 2 things I would say that made this morning, well, 3 things actually that made this morning possible. Sorry, a series of 3s. The first one is a thermal. I mean, I wouldn't have found those deer in the wood without it. Just absolutely invaluable. The second one is the bullets I'm using, the 150 grain fox bullets. Particularly if you're shooting sort of slightly into wood or scrub or anything like that, the slightly heavier bullets I do find just give you that bit more confidence. Even if they hit a really small twig on the way, they're still going to carry on and be deadly accurate. So one of these deer were headshot, the other 2 were chest shot. But the thing that for me really made it all possible, so I'm using the Merkel K3, and some of you will recognise the scope on it, but it's the Leica Fortis 42mm objective lens scope, and a lot of people will tell you that you need, sorry, struggling with the camera here, will tell you need a 56mm objective lens scope to shoot at dawn or dusk. I found that's true if you're using sort of lower end optics perhaps, but with the quality of this Leica glass, a 42mm objective lens scope, to the naked eye it was pretty dark in the wood, but I was able to pick out the fallow with the 42mm objective lens on this scope. And I think for me, a lot of people will say it's all about brightness, how much light it lets through, but actually with this what I found is it's the colour, the clarity and the definition. Because if you're looking in a wood and it's all kind of brown and black, but actually you can pick out the contrast of a deer and you can see the white speckles on it if it's a fallow, that's what for me gives me the confidence or even the ability to take the shot. So I mean, massive praise to the Fortis. It's just an absolutely awesome little scope, and because it's a 42mm lens, it's just that bit smaller and lighter. So yeah, absolutely really impressed with it. Anyway, we've got a bit of a big job ahead of us. Managed to get 2 of the deer sort of part way back to the car. We've got this one over here that we've got a little ways drag, and we might do a little summary for you at the end when I've got some of my breath back. The other 2, apologies, sorry, was secondly, didn't get the 3rd deer on film because I'd pretty much like taken everything off and I was concentrating on dragging these up the hill. I didn't think we were going to get another one. And the 3rd apology is that the first 2 we shot, it's probably so dark that all you'll see on the footage is just a bang. But I'll try and do some voiceover so you can kind of at least sort of hear what we were seeing. Anyway, thanks so much, guys. If I don't do a summary, please remember to like and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one.